Good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and good evening. Happy New Day, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Still on this episode of Shetima, who went all the way from Nigeria to New York to advocate for the independent state of Biafra. It is good when you hear from my own analysis. You also need to hear from other Biafran who are equally doing the same thing with me, their own analysis, what they think, because everybody's understanding differs. So you might understand it or agree with my own point of view, or you may decide to agree on this my brother's own point of view. That is why I am bringing this to the doorstep of my people, so that you can compare the two and know which one suits you. But we are on the same direction. We are moving on the same lane. We cannot call this a lamentation, but rather it is a well-orchestrated plan to make the Biafrans know that they are going home soon. That is my own understanding from what happened at the 79 United Nations General Assembly, which the Vice President of the zoo, Kashim Shettima Mustafa, went there thinking that he's speaking for, he's speaking on behalf of the Palestinians, but rather he shot himself on the leg. I beg, make una listen to what this my brother talk and how he take put up. I'll be right back and make una see the headline he used. He says, Shetima against Biafran freedom but want Palestinians to get independence. That is the headline of this video. So like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos coming your way. At the end of this video, we are going to come back with to read the comments to know exactly what people think concerning this matter. I'll be right back. So please listen to him now and judge the matter by your own self.
Please, I do have an important information to give you this morning. If you are a bigot and you don't love nature and human beings, avoid my broadcast. Whether you're Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba, we don't condone bigots in this channel. As a bigot, you are a terrorist in my eyes. Whether you're Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba, I'm not a bigot and I don't tolerate bigots. We don't negotiate with. They are terrorists. Terrorists. They are against the human being. Having said that, let's look at what we are going to discuss today. Two topics. One is what the Vice President said at the United Nations General Assembly, that Palestine needs to have its own state. And the second is Chief of Army Staff Alagbaja has said that 2 million security personnel cannot protect over 200 million Nigerians. So let's start with Alagbaja saying that 2 million security personnel can't protect over 200 million Nigerians. What is my thought? You see, sometimes when we have to jeopardize security, our security system, it comes to this level that we'll be thinking like this. What happens to technology? What happens to technology? What happens to you utilizing the funds that is being allocated to the military or to other security agencies? What happened to enlisting repentant Boko Haram terrorists in the military that at the end of the day will sabotage your efforts? What happened to preferential treatment? You favor a certain region against others. You make the people lose hope in the security system. With the activities of the police, army, and whatever, an average Nigerian would not want to be part of the security system. That is why you don't really get intakes of people who really and genuinely are passionate about joining the military, police, or other force. It is because the reputation of the security system in Nigeria has bastardized that system. When you go to schools, those days, some people want to become police officers, military, join the military, army. But now, parents are discouraging their children who have passion in joining these military formations or the security system in Nigeria because of the reputation that these guys have brought. Or probably they could not manage their media presence, or they could not communicate to Nigerians. Look at what happened in Delta State, where the military went and raided the village because of 15 people were killed by some few people killed soldiers, and you went and you leveled the community. That's a good reputation. Look at what is happening in the southeast. You put roadblocks and you are extorting from Nigerians. Most times we hear stories whereby the soldiers that you have in the military are cooperating with bandits in the forest. And most times you have made it look like a religious thing. What is applicable in the southeast might not be applicable in the southwest, may not be applicable in the south, and would not be applicable in the north. Preferential treatment, ethnicity. If some things happened in the north, it will be overlooked, but if it happened in the south, it will be taken down with full force. Look at how you leveled that village in Delta State. I've forgotten the name of that village. So what is the reputation of the Nigerian military system, of the security system in Nigeria? What's the reputation? You go to the police station and they say bail is free. When we all stand before God, and when God asks you the question, in Nigeria, is bail actually free? Would you be afraid to tell the truth? I've been arrested before, and bail is not actually free. In fact, most times you need to sponsor. If you want to report to a station and police going to facilitate arrest, you need to pay. Most times you need to pay to get the police to work. Maybe the conditions of work is not good for them. Sometimes I don't blame them, but the security system in Nigeria so bastardized. When you look at the police officer, an average police officer, how he's unkept, how he looks stuttered and he's suffering, you don't want to join the system. So with numbers, if we want more than 2 million, people are unwilling to join the police, the security personnel in Nigeria, because it's not something that people would dream of joining, looking at the present condition of security in the country. Now, number 2 is technology. Why not invest in technology? If you really want to secure Nigerians, invest in technology, tech. All of a sudden, every year, billions and billions of naira is going into our security system, into security. But yet, we are not seeing. It's just happening everywhere. The corruption is just so massive. So massive. This man should have thought about bringing this to the social media, to the limelight, to the media, for people to look at and discuss, because there are some sensible people that will look at it and see that there's a fault here. You need more than ever technology to secure people. Look at what Israel did to Hezbollah. They were in Israel and they were able to detonate some of their gadgets in Hezbollah, which killed a number of people. That is technology. Israel could just stay in its country and not move an inch and locate a target somewhere else and hit that target. Israel could just naturally stay in its country and win a war. If the Nigerian government can, because I know corruption will not allow them. Corruption will not allow people. See, there's one thing about corruption is that if you go to school by corruption, through corrupt money, if you got your degree by corruption, if you start working by corruption, you got promoted by corruption, you join politics and you are chosen by corruption, you will live by corruption. And corruption will not make you do anything that will benefit the people. We have been making all this noise all these years and nothing changed. That is why, because these guys, they drink, they sleep, they breathe. The air they breathe is corruption. So the solution is no more that there are 2 million is even much if you have technology available, gadgets available, surveillance available. Look at what happened the Abuja Kaduna road. No technology. You could not see the bandits kidnapping people from the train because there's no technology. And somehow, somewhere we heard that monies were allocated for getting surveillance camera. Technology. Invest in technology. Look at the GSS. They can easily track you wherever you are. Doing your broadcast, they can track you with your Gmail, whatever. That technology is making it easy for them. If that technology wasn't there for them to track somebody, it would take them much more personnel to do such. And number 3, compromise. Compromise from the security part, from the security agencies. Look at the allegation that Very Dark Man has laid on one of the security agencies in Nigeria, that a certain man, I'm not calling the person woman, a certain man, Bobrisky, was not remanded in a place or in the correctional center. She had to buy her way out. That is what we're hearing. I saw 15 million. I don't go into that detail, because that detail is something that people experience most of the time. I've been arrested before, so I had to pay. I did not, it was an accused, but before I would leave the station, I had to pay. If you have money, you can defy the security system in Nigeria. A bandit is accusing a minister of defense. A bandit is accusing a minister of defense. The other time, the soldiers were calling on Bello Tuji to come out if he has mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are calling on you are in your territory. Somebody is holding fortress. Somebody is taking over the territory, and you are the supreme security highest rank in Nigeria, and you are calling on a bandit to come out of them. But just like I want to fight you, I have superiority over you, have all the ammunition, everything. I'm not daring you to come out. You are killing people, you are kidnapping people, you are a threat to the security of Nigeria, you're a terrorist, and I'm telling you, come out now. Is that not stupid? Why don't you move in there and clamp on that guy? It is giving you sleepless nights. Many soldiers have been killed, many of your men have been killed, hundreds of them, if not thousands of them. Somebody is killing them, kidnapping people, threatening communities, making sure that there's food crisis. Farmers are being killed, and you are calling them to just come out, come out. If you know you have sense, come out. I saw the other videos, some of the soldiers were saying, if not that our guy is not allowing us entering into this bush where you are, if they're going, come out. So the compromise is too much. If there's no compromise, naturally, you have people cooperating with the security agencies. But because there's compromise, they see partiality in all they do. They see the communication, the relations between these security agencies and civilians is not palatable at all. That's why nobody wants to even join any of them. They don't see them as, God forbid my child become a police. God forbid my child become an army. God forbid. They don't see it as a career. That is what's getting into, because of the reputation. And also, what we hear from the news, the compromise on some of these police officers. So, the Nigerian army, if they can get rid of corruption, which I believe they cannot, the powers that be are there. People that cabal, they are cabal everywhere. Dangote said he never knew that the cabal in the oil sector is much more deadly than the cabal in the drug cartel. So this cabal, if you can take off the cabal in the Nigerian army that is making sure that things are not going on well, you do. Let's move over to what Shetima said at the United Nations General Assembly. You said Palestine should be given independence. What about Nigeria, where we have Biafra and other nationalities that want to gain independence? The other time, the Yoruba said that Fulani has killed over 29,000 people. I don't know how true that is, but there are people that are genuinely wanting to leave the state, the Nigerian state. Why are you not giving them the opportunity to do so? They are going to a foreign country, to the world center, and they are advocating for Palestine. How would the world leaders start looking at us? How would they start looking at them? Well, we don't elect the best of us, so that's why we get what we get. We are getting what we deserve. We don't elect people that really could represent the interest of the Nigerian people. That's why we get what we deserve. Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in custody. You can't put him in a correctional center. You put him in the custody of the DSS. And after all this, you are talking about fairness, justice for the Palestinian. I'm not telling you that you should not have shame. You already have, it's a shameless thing. Going before the world and saying such a thing is shameless. The IPOB have come out to say, to genuinely ask, trying to dialogue and everything. You don't want them to leave. They are going to the world stage to see Palestinian. Looking at the atrocities that Palestine has caused on the Israeli people, the mindset, Palestinians cannot be even the neighbor. Who is the closest neighbor? Egypt or Iran cannot even admit Palestinians refugee as is needed into their territory. The Muslim world cannot really accommodate Palestine, knowing that there is a terrorist cell in Palestine. I'm not talking about the history, whether 1948 this one came in, that one came in. That is not necessary. What's necessary is that what potential threat does the Palestinian people pose to the world? Someone might say IPOB is a terrorist organization. IPOB is this, IPOB is that. That is your problem. That is your problem. We know the Nigerian factor. We know that everybody will collect. And those they don't collect. When you start calling the people that are genuinely agitating for a genuine cause that is needed, you see, nobody can agitate or protest against Nigeria now. You have given them the treatment they used to give these agitators before. Nigerians are being given that treatment. Now you see that everybody is keeping quiet. No politician is coming to protest again. Everybody is just silent. Because what is being meted out to the IPOB or the Biafra agitators and other agitators has been meted out on Nigerians equally. So they are not seeing any reason coming out. Dollar is 1,609 something naira. Nobody is coming out. Nobody is even interested in whatever is happening. Nobody. Everybody's just relaxing where he is and doing nothing. The only agitation that is standing now is the Biafran agitation. Nobody is trying to come up with the October 1st protest. The Nigerians are uninterested. If you are looking at the body language, Nigerians are uninterested. The Igbos have said we are not going to be part of any protest whatsoever. Any protest whatsoever. We are not going to be part of it. Nothing can stop the Igbos of joining any protest. Their focus is on let there be equity and justice. If the government cannot provide, let everybody restructure. That is what is on ground. So if Shetima can go to the world stage and say such a thing, it shows the double standard of the Nigerian government. Double standard. We have tried all we can. Dialogue, all we can. We have not been a threat to anybody. The government has also been accused of even making sure that there's insecurity in the regime, in the region of the southeast, so as to nail the IPOB as people that are causing havoc. They have been accused of sponsoring elements to destabilize the southeast. So it is government that is deliberately doing what it is doing to make sure that a place is insecure. Look at what is happening with the Nigerian army. Accusing the Minister of Defense. The Minister of Defense involved in banditry in the country that is going out to call for justice and fairness. The governor of the state is accusing the former governor of harboring bandits. The vice president at one time is a notorious bandit was seen, or Boko Haram member was seen in his house. The same president is going out to fight for Hamas terrorist group that is bent on unaliving the majority of Israelis, making sure that they don't exist. That is one of their motto. They don't exist on the surface of the earth. It is hypocritical of the federal government, of this government, to think that Biafra don't need its freedom much more as Palestine needs its own freedom, as they are advocating all over the world. You see, everybody go collect. This life today, everybody go collect woto, whether you like it or not. If you like, don't restructure your mind, your brain, your brain cell, to fight for freedom and what is right. And you die fighting for what is right. Because if you die fighting for being on the wrong side, when you get over to the up above, whether you believe or you don't believe, we are not going to be spending our lives here forever. Believe it or not, you have a spirit, you have a soul, and that soul lives forever. So it is a test. We are here like a test. Whatever we do here is going to be accounted for us whenever we get beyond. So I can live 80 years highest, but what am I going to be doing in eternity? More than 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So how would I stand for what is evil and have the conscience to be saying, to be eating or sleeping? Because some people, they just support evil and they can sleep at night. I just don't understand. And I'm repeating it again. If you are a bigot, if you don't like injustice, fairness, please don't watch my broadcast. It is not for you. I'm not doing this broadcast for you. I want to open the eyes of people to the realities that we are all facing so that they can get prepared. I hate bigots with all passion. Sometimes I don't. If you say I'm an Igbo guy, I don't really behave like an Igbo guy. If you know me personally very well. One of the reasons I started doing broadcast is because I've seen so many things and it's unpalatable. The government is not really interested. Look at how it has become official that some government officials are taking on the Igbo people and trying to make them look evil. There's evil in every society, in every tribe. We know that Igbo people are going out doing all sorts of things, but that is not how to solve the situation. We know that some people are just loud mouths. They can make mouth. But since you're a government, you know how to manage some things. But when the government official is involved in bigotry against the people, selective judgment against the people, how do you see it? It is not my fault I'm an Igbo man. It's not my fault. So that's why I'm doing this broadcast, to make sure that we get it straight, we get it right. You as a bigot, Igbo bigot, Yoruba bigot, Hausa bigot, Fulani, anybody, please, if my broadcast is offending you, please avoid it. It is not by force. You don't need to even be in my broadcast. You understand? So let the Nigerian government look at equity and justice in their hands. If they want Palestine to be free, let them also fight for Biafra or allow Biafra. First, release Mazen Kanu, restore peace in the southeast, and call for a dialogue or call for a referendum and allow Biafra to be free. Then the world will take us serious. Let this divide.
And I don't hear them, so this one, this our brother is always on point, and that is why I always like to bring his analysis or analytic down to my own audience so that they will also listen from another side of understanding or from another side of ideology. So that's all the thing. Take Biafra. We'll just take some comments, then we'll round up the show. Chichi said Biafra will stand as a sovereign nation no matter her enemies. All must hate Biafra. And King Joe Afuba say you are doing well, brother, as long as Nigeria don't want Biafra to be. Nigeria will never know peace. Fuel will hit 4,000 naira per liter, whether they like it or not. The Nigerian government wants a Palestinian state, but don't want a Biafra. See how clever they think they are. In Igbo nation or Biafra nation, we stand and no going back. Jeff said in Igbo nation, David for God Moses, Biafra will have freedom before Palestinians. December 2 is the date or no peace in Nigeria. So Kozu Woto is the code. All must hail Biafra this year or next year. Evidence of sound mind in a sound body. Keep it up, Jay. One day this one sweet me pass. Akamuchi said, keep up your good works, beloved brother. You have a true pure heart, pure human heart, and a brilliant thoughts. Remain blessed. At Adefereba said the name of the village was Odi, level to the ground during the regime of General and President Olusegun Obasanjo. Nuruddin said, Oga, you are not serious as long as you criticize issues concerning ethnicity. You have to accept bigots. Oga, don't be a dictator. It will not help you in the long run. All your issue is about Igbo this, Igbo that. Igbo this. As long as the Igbo don't accept Nigeria and don't leave Nigeria, that makes them an enemy of Nigeria. And they will always be criticized. Let Palestinians take of itself. Okay, maybe want to write take care of itself. And according to this, our brother say Biafra will come. Oh, Bella saying here we go end it all. Oh, I beg, make on a like, share, comment, and make sure to keep subscribing to this channel because more of this will be coming your way. Don't forget, my name still remains Amandia Neze, and I'm bottom live from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. The place we always speak to you the undiluted truth about anything, everything, whether you know it or you don't know it. But once you visit this channel, be rest assured that you are not going to regret the data you wasted on watching any of my content, and that is my own motto or my own code. Anyway, now here, make on enjoy this one. I'll be right back. Bye for now.